The air hung heavy and humid. The jungle pressed close. A small team of doctors and nurses made their way along the muddy track. They were on a mission of mercy. Their destination, a remote village in dire need of medical aid. They had supplies. They had hope. They didn't have a chance. Gunfire erupted from the dense undergrowth. The sudden violence shattered the peaceful symphony of the jungle. The medical team scattered in terror. They were outgunned, outnumbered. Their attackers, masked and ruthless, quickly took control. Fear choked the air, thick and suffocating. The hostages were herded into the dark embrace of the jungle. They vanished into the green maze. Their fate hung precariously in the balance. The world held its breath. News of the abduction spread like wildfire. A group of innocent medical professionals taken hostage in a brazen act of terror. But hope, though faint, was not extinguished. For in the face of such darkness there were those trained to bring the light. Deep within a fortified compound, a group of elite soldiers received their briefing. These were no ordinary soldiers. They were the best of the best. The sharpest blades forged in the fires of countless operations. 2 teams, Ice Blade and Bravo2, each member a specialist in their field, each one a weapon honed to perfection. Their mission: penetrate the dense jungle, locate the hostages, and bring them home. The odds were stacked against them. The terrain was treacherous, the enemy unknown and ruthless, but fear was a luxury they could not afford. They were driven by a higher purpose, a duty to protect the innocent, a vow to leave no man behind. The weight of the world rested on their shoulders, but they were ready, they were trained, they were willing to lay down their lives for those they swore to protect. The rescue mission was a go. Deep in the jungle, the hostages faced their own nightmare. Their captors, a ruthless terrorist group, were armed to the teeth. But the true horror lay in their mastery of technology. The hostages were imprisoned within a fortress of electronics. Sensors, motion detectors, and thermal imaging turned the jungle into an inescapable cage. Escape seemed impossible. Fear became a constant companion. It gnawed at their hope, their sanity. The doctors and nurses trained to heal now found themselves utterly helpless. They clung to the hope that someone, somewhere, was searching for them, that someone would dare to venture into this technological heart of darkness. Their captors taunted them with their demands. Their voices, amplified by loudspeakers, echoed through the jungle, a chilling reminder of their power. The world watched, horrified, as the crisis unfolded on their television screens. The clock was ticking. Section 4. The clock is ticking. Satellite data and the race against time. Every second counted. In a high-tech command center, analysts worked feverishly. They scrutinized satellite data, searching for any sign of the hostages. The terrorists had covered their tracks well, but even the most sophisticated technology couldn't completely erase their presence. A faint heat signature, a flicker of radio transmission. These were the breadcrumbs the analysts clung to. Time was the enemy. The longer the hostages remained in captivity, the slimmer their chances of survival became. The pressure was immense. Lives hung in the balance. The fate of the hostages rested on the shoulders of these unseen heroes. Their skills, their dedication could be the difference between life and death. The tension in the command center was palpable. Every blip on the radar, every pixel analyzed brought them closer to their goal. And then, a breakthrough. A cluster of heat signatures hidden deep within a valley matched their intelligence. They had found them. The roar of helicopter blades sliced through the humid air. Ice Blade and Bravo2 were in the air, racing towards the hostages' last known location. The jungle flashed by beneath them, a blur of green and brown, but their path was not clear. The terrorists had anticipated their arrival, setting up roadblocks and ambushes along the route. The helicopters banked sharply, dodging enemy fire. Explosions lit up the sky, momentarily turning night into day. But the pilots were the best in the business, maneuvering their crafts with precision and skill. They knew the lives of their comrades on the ground depended on them. From the air, they could see the desperate struggle below. Ice Blade and Bravo2 fought their way through enemy lines, their training and determination their greatest weapons. But they were pinned down, taking heavy fire. They needed support, and they needed it now. Section 6. Storming the airport. A battlefield of concrete and steel. The call came in, urgent and desperate. The terrorists were moving the hostages, transporting them to a nearby abandoned airport. It was a desperate gambit, a last-ditch effort to escape with their captives. Ice Blade and Bravo2 received new orders. Their mission had changed. They were now tasked with taking the airport. The once peaceful tarmac had transformed into a war zone. Gunfire echoed across the deserted terminals. The air crackled with tension. The soldiers stormed the airport, moving with the precision and lethality of apex predators. Every corner, every doorway could hide an enemy. The airport's cavernous interior echoed with the sounds of battle. Each gunshot, each explosion added to the symphony of chaos. But amidst the chaos, the soldiers of Ice Blade and Bravo2 fought with unwavering resolve.